Sponge! 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 No, no, no! Mike's 50! Mike's 50! Watch the run! Watch the run!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Switch, switch, switch. Check, check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 55 mark.
On first and 10, Wiley is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to the air on second down. Wiley, he's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, let's go!
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Mike Spofo.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Jones.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check. 57. Mike, 57. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 57's the Mike. 57.
2nd and 11. Got the connection here to Bourne. That one a gain of 20. And a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
15, check out 15. Switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check out read.
On first down, it's Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. 15 running. I'm coming after you.
Now again, right side. Akers. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Here we go. Set the plan. We ain't giving up nothing, Jack.
On third down, here's Jones. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Check nickel.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Set, ready. Hot some. They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, check right. Watching you five. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the gun on third down, Wiley, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the slant. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Run. Hey, check Mike to go.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. Check 15. Jimmy.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Watch the block. Motion. Check 31.
From the gun, Wiley. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a give, right side. McCain. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 11 yards there, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Go, go. 3, go. Shift. Watch the shift. Go.
Throwing on first down. Wiley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Go, go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wiley. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go, D. Here I go. Here I come again.
On third down, Wiley. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the curl. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. What we got? What we got? What we got? Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on.
On fourth down, Wiley. He's got a man. It's Williams. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check three. Get the ball. Hey, watch it. Jump. Switch it.
Operating from the gun, Wiley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Mike 57. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You must be dreaming. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Mike 57, Mike 57. 57's Mike, Mike 57.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This one caught by Ridley. Called that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
50, 50, Mike 50. Watch the run. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's get it together. Anyway, go.
He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I got it. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 57's Mike, Mike 57. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Go. 57's the Mike.
Looking to throw. Keeps himself upright. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike Smith. Hey, 57's Mike. Switch up, switch up. Hey, check, Mike. 50 seconds.
They'll drop the throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, let's go.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Off the play fake. Wiley. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On first down, Wiley. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to